Oregon.
And she was waving, right? She was holding the trophy. Do you hope to hold that trophy someday?
Yeah.
What position do you play? Because you're a soccer player on Staten Island, right?
Yeah, defense.
Defense. All right. So we saw Megan and we saw Alex, did we? We saw Alex.
That is a live feed of the ticker tape parade of the U.S. women's soccer team, who has won the World Cup yet again. And salute to them. Congratulations. That is quite the feat. I think it says a heck of a lot, despite what you may hear. I think it says a heck of a lot about the state of gender equality in America. The fact that the sport that America is the worst at in American sports, right, in men's sports, that you can take the sport that is, as we have the live feed continuing, the sport that is the most popular sport in the world, that people love to rag on America about for being terrible at, so bad at it that we had to create our own sports by the same name. And then you juxtapose that with our women's team, where there's no reason why our women's team should be this good, because, it's not even our main sport, right, here in America. But the reason we are so good is because these ladies had the opportunity and the money and the investment behind them and the encouragement from their parents and support from what is supposedly a male-dominated world to train and come up in this and compete and win. And they've been doing it for a while. I think they won it. They've been winning these since the 80s. This is their fourth time winning it. And it says so much about where we actually are as a country compared to the rest of the world, where you don't see the other countries where they supposedly do it the right way, these socialist countries. You don't see them competing like the Americans do, where capitalism runs our country and creates these sort of things. And of course, Title IX is another aspect of it. As you see, Governor Andrew Cuomo, never one to miss a political opportunity, is there with the soccer team. And that gets to my ultimate point about this. The one thing that I can't stand is how Democrats, especially, and the media hijack this, and that couldn't have happened at a better time. They hijacked women's sports and turned it into something of their own, right? And it's why people don't like women's sports to begin with. I mean, I like them. I'm full disclosure here. I supported them. I watched the game. But why it kind of gets a bad name is because there's always some sort of political agenda attached to it. Before the World Cup even started, they started with the equal pay stuff and the notion that, well, why do the American women get paid less than the American men? And they create a narrative to where you attach the political baggage, and then they're at the front of the headlines, so you can talk about equal pay the entire time. And then in a perfect world, Congress will be forced to act, and everyone's a hero. It's this big win for the left. Donald Trump's the bad guy. 25 years from now, they can make a movie about it and really tell the story how they want to, and let it. They can let it serve a narrative for that day 25 years from now, and be this whole mythical deal where Megan Rapinoe stands up to Trump. And it's hilarious because the way they get paid by FIFA it's like a socialist kind of thing, right? So they take the money and they divide it evenly among every team, right? So the money that it brings in. The Women's World Cup 4 years ago brought in, let's say, $500 million, right? I don't know the exact number, but it was like 400 something, or maybe give or take a little less. The Men's World Cup made like $4 billion. It's not even close. So then they divide the money up amongst the teams in the men's field. Now, granted, I think it should be all or nothing. I think you should take that whole $500 million and give it to the winners. That's what I think. but it's just so funny, and it goes back to the points from earlier in the show, like about Acosta and the Epstein case, where they want to, they'll make one point and then totally contradict themselves. Remember, the left in this country is a bunch of socialists. It's going that way, and they'll complain about equal pay for the soccer team when it's a socialist system that they're playing in. FIFA is a worldwide globalist socialist system. And I'll leave it at that. Didn't get to the gerrymandering stuff. Maybe some other time. I forgot I only had 1 hour today, only 2 hours. I'm used to going 2 hours when I fill in. So we're running a little late. My name is Richie Stone. It was my pleasure to fill in today. I'll see you when I see you here on FYNTV. Have a good one.